What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Today we're playing some Commander in MTGO. So if you haven't heard or haven't been on Twitter, MTGO is running an event. So for the next couple days, next 2 days now, until the 16th of January 2024, they're running an event where they're allowing you to have every card on the client for free. All you got to do is type in code REPAIR, R-E-P-A-I-R, and you're able to play any card in the format, which means, you know, if there's ever a format, or any card on the client, I should say, if there's any format that you've been wanting to play, like Vintage or Modern, that you're priced out of because you can't afford a playset of Orcish Bowmasters or the Evoke Elementals, now you can for the next couple days. Super cool. I can't remember exactly why they did this event. It sounds like they might have goofed up on something, and so this is a way of apologizing. I'm not 100% sure on that, so don't quote me on that. But if you type in repair, you get this all access pass up here, this orange token, and you can literally just paste in your deck list and it'll automatically allow it to happen. So this is Nath of the Gilt-Leaf. This is a 5-mana Golgari commander. This is a deck I've always wanted to build. I've never played, so I'm excited to play it. It is a discard deck slash elf deck. So I'll read the card. Nath is a elf warrior 4/4. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may have target opponent discard a card at random. Whenever an opponent discards a card, you may create a 1/1 green elf warrior creature token. So our deck is basically designed to make the opponents discard cards with cards like Oppression. Whenever a player casts a spell, that player discards a card, and Bottomless Pit. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player discards a card at random, and a bunch of other effects like this to take advantage of Nath's ability. So every time an opponent discards a card, we create a 1/1, and then we have a bunch of effects to pump our 1/1s. You know, there's a million elf ball synergies, so we have those in here. I won't go over every single one, but we have a bunch of elf synergies. And then, you know, obviously we have Craterhoof Behemoth here that we can go and tutor up with, you know, Finale Devastation or Great Sun Zenith and just end the game because we have a million little 1/1s, right? We also have Tear Grid in here to take advantage of the discard, so we can steal opponents' permanents when they discard them. Painful Quandary, whenever an opponent casts a spell, that player loses 5 life unless they discard a card. In the beginning of the game, they might lose 5 life, but as they get lower and lower, they can't take 5 life every time they discard a card, especially with how many cards this deck's going to make them discard. So that's essentially the deck. Like I said, this is a access, total access event. So I included every single land that I would probably normally never even be able to afford. Notable one is Gaia's Cradle. So we make green for each creature we control. Obviously very busted in this deck because we'll have like 10 creatures, no problem. So this just taps for 10 mana. And a bunch of the other fetch lands and other really expensive lands. Notable, really expensive card in this deck is Chain of Mephistopheles. This is a $1,000 card in real life. This card costs $1,000. I'm not sure what it is on MTGO, but I'm sure it's very expensive. But I won't read it. It's essentially a discard effect. Makes players discard cards. But anyway, I just wanted to highlight that this event is really cool. It gives everyone the ability to play any deck they've ever wanted to play in any format that they wanted to play. So even if you don't have an MTGO account, I would recommend getting on here the next couple days and maybe, try some decks out. You got nothing to lose. It's absolutely free. Last little thing, I just want to say it's really cool that they're running this event. In general, I think Arena should do this more often. I think like maybe twice a year they should just do an all access, for maybe like a week. They let everyone have every card in the game. And then it would bring people in, right? It would make people play formats that maybe they wouldn't because they can't. Like, I know I'd play a lot more standard if I could afford it, right? But I just can't. I can't afford to, spend all those wild cards and all those, play sets and play sets of individual cards, and then they rotate, or I want to build another deck and then I gotta spend another 60 rares on that deck. Yeah, it's just too much, right? So it'd be nice if like a couple times a year, we got to be able to just play for free. I mean, it doesn't hurt anyone. I think it's just great publicity for the client. So good on MTGO for doing this. Awesome event. Hopefully Arena will pick up on it. Anyway, let's get into the matches. Constructed. We're in Commander, Nath. I always make sure we're in the right deck. Let's see. Free for all. We'll do this one. Anything goes. So, if you're new to the channel, appreciate you stopping in. If you like this kind of content, I recommend you subscribe. I'm going to be doing Commander all this week because of this event. Take advantage of, you know, all these very cool free cards. If you are a returning viewer but haven't subscribed yet, you know, hit that subscribe button. If you like my content, help me out, support me. And the more people I got subscribing and leaving comments and interacting with the channel, the more videos I can make. Alright, cool. We got in a game pretty quick. This has no land. Oh, it has... Each land is a forest in addition to its other types. Artifacts and lands at the battlefield tapped. Yeah, I think we got a mulligan this. I mean, it's got a bunch of good cards, but we don't have that many lands in the deck, so I don't think we can pass with this. We could keep it just because of this, but I mean, nah, we gotta mulligan this. That would be a really greedy keep. Land, land, land. Yep. And then good cards. I mean, spells can't be countered. I mean, yeah. Keep. Okay, so let's organize our hand a little bit. Let's get our lands over here. Awkward pain lands, but it is what it is. Guess we go second. Beginning of combat step. Oh, okay. This is our opponent's turn, not our turn. I think we go last then if this was the first player. So yeah. Yield through this turn. So we'll probably turn one Alazor's Shepherd. Turn two. Let's see if we can make this a little bit bigger. There we go. Survival of the fittest. This allows us to tutor up any creature. Okay, Sylvan Library. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. So what are our opponents playing? We got the Dragon. Yep. It's very good. We got Spymaster of Edric, Spymaster of Trest. Legendary creature Elf Rogue. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to one of your opponents, its controller may draw a card. Okay, kind of group huggy. But also maybe diverts attention from them. And then we got Narset Enlightened Master. Yeah. Esper Sentinel going to work. Overgrown Tomb. I guess we'll keep these down, right? Might as well. So, Sylvan Library. At the beginning of your draw step, you may draw 2 additional cards. If you do, choose 2 cards in your hand drawn this turn. For each of those cards, pay 4 life or put the card on top of your library. So, very, very good green draw effect. I feel like I'm one of the only people here playing a somewhat mid-powered deck. Dragon is super powerful. So this has Eminence, which means it doesn't matter if it's on the battlefield or not. Whenever one or more dragons you control attack, draw that many cards, then you may put a permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield. And then the Eminence is dragon spells cost 1 less to cast. And then Narset is a hexproof card that lets you cast spells for free off the top of your library. Extremely hard to interact with because it's hexproof. Who are they attacking? They're attacking the Dragon player. Probably the right call. Although they're Narsets, so they're just as dangerous. Okay, my turn. Okay. Sylvan Library. I'm obviously not paying for Esper Sentinel. I can't. If I was playing a real game of Commander where I could talk to the opponents, I mean, I know I can chat with them, but it's a little bit more awkward that way. But if I could actually just talk to them, this would probably be a moment where I go, hey, like, I have a spell I want to play, but it's going to activate Esper Sentinel, you know, and I'd kind of gauge the table, you know. If the table was willing to not pay, or is willing to pay for the one, then I might not do it because I don't want to upset the balance and let this player draw a bunch of cards. But since I can't really talk to the table and it looks like this guy already allowed him to draw a card off Esper Sentinel, I'm not going to be the one that falls behind. You know, we have to keep up on cards too. For whatever reason, this is still sitting on the stack. I don't know if someone has a counter spell and they're trying to figure out why they can't counter it, but they can't because of Allosaurus Shepherd. It says it can't be countered, homie. It says it right on the card. Womp womp. So Alazor Shepherd says, oh, I get the 2/2 anyway. That's really funny. Because it's 2 separate clauses. Yeah. It's 2 separate clauses. Its controller creates a 2/2 blue bird. So I get the blue bird and Sylvan Library. They're really trying to figure out why it's still on the stack. They're very confused. It says it can't be countered right there. But thank you for the bird. Resolves. Cool. Well, now we have a 2/2 flyer. I know who I'm attacking. Nah, it should probably be the Ur-Dragon player. Well, I don't know. These decks are like... I'm not worried about this deck so much. I mean, I'm sure it's powerful in its own right, but these 2 decks are way more powerful. So I think on our next upkeep, we're gonna take the 8 life to draw the cards. But then I think after that, we're probably gonna... We're probably just gonna put them back on top of our library, not take the extra damage. This player is just tanking out. I'm not sure what they're doing. It's my beginning of combat step, and they're just... sitting there, taking up their timer. Well, they can't rope forever because eventually the timer will kick them out. So we'll see. We'll see if they're actually trying to make a play or they're just salty roping. I mean, I don't get it. Like, first of all, of course it's a Narset player, right? It's always the Narset player that gets salty. But like, it's a card game, guys. Like, why are you so upset? Like, it's for fun. It's a game. Just put an oops in the chat and move on, you know? It's all good. I've definitely countered stuff that's uncounterable before. Okay. They passed priority finally. Are we gonna attack someone? Yeah. We'll attack this guy. Just make him more salty. It's just a 1/1. I mean, it is pretty BM to attack him with a thing that made him misplay. Yep, this guy scooped it up. Patience is a win con. Oh, this guy scooped it up too. Oh no, we're playing this out. We're playing this out. Oh, we won. Alright, alright. Man, people are really that mad at a card game? That's crazy. Dude, what's your name? Fire Captain 1992? Like, rethink your life decisions, man. It's okay. So what would we have drawn off Sylvan Library? Wild Growth, Destiny Spinner, Crater Hoof Behemoth. Yeah, I mean, not like great for our beginning game stuff, but they're good cards. This is obviously a good ramp and all that, but yeah. All right. Let's get out of this. Cancel. Concede match. No, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. Concede match. Close. Concede match. Sure. We'll just get into another game because that was stupidly fast. Anything goes. Sure. I, you know, in competitive formats, like 1v1 formats, I sometimes understand why people get salty because it's you know, they're trying to be competitive and so they're frustrated that they're losing, right? But in Commander, like, what a weird format to be salty in. I think if you're that kind of person that gets salty easily, like, Commander is probably not for you, you know? Like, you're likely not going to win. I mean, in a 1v1 game, you only have maybe a 50% chance, right? Sometimes lower because the matchup isn't good for your deck. But in Commander, you're playing against 3 other people. Like, what's the likelihood you're going to win consistently? Not very good, even with a good deck. Like, one good deck can't fight 3 other decks, right? It just doesn't work that way. So, it's a different kind of, you know, dichotomy. Is that the right word? It's a different kind of format, you know, and oftentimes the player that pops off early loses because the player gets ahead and then the other 3 players go, oh wow, this guy's way ahead, we gotta check him, and then all of a sudden, you know, they all smack in and that player loses a bunch of their stuff, and you know, they can't 3v1, right? And so that player, you know, even though they got ahead early, they end up losing because they got ahead early. A lot of the times in Commander, in my experience, it's the player that's really slow to get into the game. So like the player that's maybe missing some land drops, or, you know, they're playing some kind of jank and so they don't seem that threatening. It's usually that player that ends up winning, because what happens is one player gets ahead, the other players band together to get that guy back in line. Then, you know, the guy that's behind the most is not being attacked, not being dealt with, and so they're building their board state uninterrupted, and then by the time the other players realize that that player that was behind is now ahead, it's too late. So, you know, anyway, my point is, like, if you're someone who gets angry at, you know, this kind of stuff because you're a competitive person or whatever, don't play Commander, man. Like, your likelihood of winning is so small. That's not why we play this game. They're this format specifically. Like, I get sweaty, like, vintage, modern, standard, right? I get all that. But, like, Commander is a casual format where you only have a 25% chance of winning. It's a much smaller chance of winning. Okay, looks like we got another person. I'll get off my soapbox now. Lost the die roll. We're waiting for this guy. So we go third. We're third in the rotation. Okay, Behemoth in our opener's not good, but we have Land of War. elves. Bottomless Pit is great. Opposition is great. Opposition Agent is a super powerful card. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Yeah, I mean, solid. This is a good hand. Minus Crater Hoof. We'll keep. We've got lands and you know, synergy with our commanders, so. And this is a really good card too. So Opposition Agent, super brutal black card. Oh, they got Gemstone Caverns in their opening hand. I don't think I've ever done that before in my life. Okay, Opposition Agent. So it has Flash. It's a 3-mana 3/2 human rogue. If you control, or I'm sorry, Flash. You control your opponents while they're searching their libraries. While an opponent is searching their library, they exile each card they find. You may play those cards, essentially is what it says. Slither Blade, okay. You may play those cards for as long as they remain exiled, and you may spend mana as though they were any mana of any color to cast them. No possible things. Okay, so commanders. Look at these real quick. Anyway, this card stops people from searching their library, and obviously that's really powerful because you know, tutors, but also just fetch lands. If someone cracks a fetch land, they search their library for a land, so we actually get to search the library for a land, and then we get to cast their land. What is this? 5-color Planeswalker? Is that what this is? Jared Carthalion? Carthalion? I don't think I've ever seen this card in my life. +1, create a 3/3. Creature token with trample, that's all colors. -3, choose up to 2 target creatures for each of them. Put a number of +1/+1 counters on it equal to the number of colors it is. -6, return target multicolored card from your graveyard to your hand. If that card was all colors, draw a card and create 2 treasure tokens. Starting loyalty is 5. Wow, I've never seen this card ever. I didn't think they had a 5-color Planeswalker. Oh, mental misstep there, Esper Sentinel. Brutal. Brutal. Wow. So mental misstep is a free counter if you've never seen this before, but it only counters target spell with mana value 1. So it's very narrow, but usually you only see it in cedh. But it's a mono. Is this a mono blue deck? No, it's not. Okay, anyway, our turn. So we're just gonna Land of War Wastes, and you know, we're a casual deck. We're just gonna Land of War Elves. Would you like to mental misstep my Land of War Elf? Nope. So I just want to say we might be in a powerful pod because they had Gemstone Caverns, they had Scrubland, which is the old vintage dual land, and Mana Crypt in their opener. So yeah, this guy already has 4 mana on turn 1, right? Yeah, seems good, seems good. But like I said, what ends up happening usually is one person pulls ahead, and then we all go, hey, this guy's way far ahead, let's all pool our resources to make sure this guy comes back down to earth. So we'll see, because you know, sorry, just reading the cards. Mystic Remora. Wow, is this a cedh pod? Crazy. Okay, well, whatever. I'm just here to play some Commander. So, kind of like Rhystic Study, but it only works for non-creature spells. Who are they attacking? Yeah, that makes sense. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, this guy pulled far ahead, so they're not going to attack me. They're not going to attack this guy with the Mountain Valley dual land, tap dual land, right? Or it's not even a dual land, it's a fetch. they're gonna attack this guy. So mana crypt trigger. Looks like they lost 3 life. So what do we have? We have whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. This gets rid of target artifact or enchantment, so we could blow up their mana crypt, which I think would be the right play, honestly. Yep, he got mad that he got attacked by Slither Blades, so now he's going to attack him back. What does this guy do again? It's just say Weatherlight Captain gets +1/+1 for each color among other legendary permanents you control. And then pay Wooburg, search your library for a legendary permanent card with mana value less than Cedh's power. Put that card in the battlefield, then shuffle. Okay. Very, very good. Our turn. Sheldred, very nice. Again, we're gonna play out our artifact removal. This guy kept up their mana, which is interesting. They only have 4 cards in hand. Okay. Attack with the Llanowar Elf. Yeah, we'll attack the guy who's ahead. Risky, because they could block it or something, or get mad at me, but it's a 1/1, you know? This guy typed tech. I'm not sure what that means. Oh god. This guy's playing like very fair magic. So this guy's playing 5-color like cedh, and this guy's playing 5-color like kitchen table commander. Look at all these lands. They're all tapped lands. Okay. So he has to pay the upkeep, the oh my god, I can't speak. Cumulative upkeep, that's what I'm trying to say. He has a bunch of unblockable creatures, kind of weird. So what does this deck do? Whenever a creature deals combat damage to one of your opponents, its controller may draw a card. Oh, okay. So interesting. Okay. So it's kind of like Toski, but it works for anyone. Huh. That's a cool card. Different take on Simic too, so I like that. It's not just like typical Simic value engine stuff. That's like a strategy you have to build around. Oh, takes another 3 damage from the Mana Crypt. They did absolutely nothing with their 4 mana. They held up 4 mana, they went through everyone's turn, and then they didn't do anything. That's kind of strange. I wonder if they have like nothing but lands in their hand or spells that cost more than 4, which is absolutely nuts. I wonder who they're going to attack. You can attack me if I want. I got a 3/3. Who are you going to attack? Okay, you're going to attack the open guy. Funny. Why don't you attack this guy? He only has a 1/1. Maybe he's trying to like diffuse the situation a little bit. He realizes he's already down to 30. He's like, oh boy. Soul Cauldron, that's pretty good. Mystic Remora trigger, so he has to pay 4, which he can't. So he's gonna let the Simic player draw a card. This is a combo piece, so maybe I blow up the Soul Cauldron instead. Okay. Well, there's nothing in the graveyard right now, but let's Bazooka Bog you so that Agatha Soul Cauldron can't copy Esper Sentinel's effect, or if they want that, they have to do it now. Okay. Nope. It's tempting to hold up Opposition Agent, but I think we gotta blow up this Mana Crypt. Look at him, he says 3v1 on here. Yeah, dude, because you played a Mana Crypt and you had 4 mana on turn 1. You had 4 mana on turn 1. I don't know why you're acting surprised. Oh, the attack trigger allows us to blow up an artifact or enchantment. Ooh. Okay, Mana Crypt. Okay. Now I think I'm going to leave this player alone because... Okay. Okay, now they're back down to earth. Okay. They'll be at 27 life. We can passively finish them off with Shieldred. Let's keep opposition agent up in case someone cracks a fetch or something. Okay, we're gonna have to manually click through all this in case someone does a fetching of some kind. So this stays as a night creature until someone plays 2 spells or no spells, I believe. No, they have to play 2 spells in order for it to become day. They're gonna pass. Okay. Pass with 3 mana up. So we're doing manual taps, or manual what do you call this? We're clicking OK every time to every trigger because we want, if there's a trigger on the stack with someone fetching something, we need to play opposition agent. And if we yield to, you know, through someone's turn, someone could fetch and then we miss the opportunity. If no one fetches anything, we'll probably just keep opposition agent in our hand. Who is this attacking? They're both attacking this guy. Okay. Sure. Okay. What is this? Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put an oil counter on this creature. Whenever it deals damage to a player, you may remove 2 oil counters from it. If you do, when they cast your next instant sorcery spell, you may copy it. Okay. Yeah, that's not a fetch. Search your library. Oh my god, I'm about to hose him. So this is what we were waiting for. When they search the library, then we can search their library. I didn't really want to do it to this player, but he was the only person that, or they were the only person that, did a fetchable spell. Oh, they scooped. Got him. Oh. Ooh, oppression. Okay, we're just gonna play Shieldred. Someone might have a counter spell, that's fine. No counter spell, huh? Well. Okay, we'll just split the difference. Oh, did I think I accidentally went through my attack phase. I didn't mean to. That's okay. Yeah, makes sense. Get rid of the Shieldred. We have reanimation effects in this deck though, so I'm not too worried about it. Definitely need to get rid of the Shieldred though. If it were me though, and I had that removal spell, I'd probably get rid of the opposition agent. This card is sneaky, sneaky good. The Shieldred is like face-up value. You know, everyone knows what it does, but you know, the ability for me to search your library when you try to search it is very, very good. They're playing like 5-color Drago, kind of interesting. I guess that makes sense with the Planeswalker commander, but I think this is like creature effects, right? So I haven't seen them play a creature yet, which is kind of interesting. Who are you attacking? Me, you. So they're splitting the damage. You know I can block, right? Okay. Are this unblockable? I don't think it's unblockable. I guess it is. Can't be blocked. Okay, sure. Land. No, not land. Okay, another big spell that we can't cast. So what do we do here? I think we... Oppression. Someone has a counter spell, they can feel free to play it. That's the player I will be attacking. Blue player, would you like to say something? I guess they're technically both blue players, but... Yeah? Delay. What does this do? Counter target spell. If the spell is countered this way, exile it with 3 time counters on it instead of putting it into its owner's graveyard. If it doesn't have suspend, it gains suspend. Okay. So in a couple turns I can cast it for free. That's fine. Cool counter. I don't think I've ever seen that. No problem, buddy. We got plenty more where that came from. So you're telling me you want the 7 damage coming at you then. Okay, go to attacks. I think that's fair. You counter my spell. I hit you for 7. They can play their commander here, but well, I guess they could plus and create a 3/3, right? The problem is that this guy's playing all unblockable creatures, so it would be what, a +1, so it wouldn't die. So that's probably a good play, but then I can come in and kill it if I want to. So okay, that's fine. I mean, you know, that's why we play Commander, to play our commanders, so fair is fair. I hope we draw a land this next turn so we can get our commander down. Greenstone Zenith for 1? I wonder what they're getting for 1. Probably another unblockable creature, right? Oh, but I get to search. Dude. No, right into the opposition agent. Okay, so what do we want? Oh, we get to take any of these cards. Sacrifice land, target creature you control gains Shroud. Llanowar Elf is pretty good. Arbor Elf. Elvish Mystic. It's a 1/1 that adds 1. Boreal Druid. Yeah, look at all these little Elvie boys. We'll just take a Elvish Mystic. And now I get to play this on my turn, if I want, or whenever I want to. So they're going to probably attack me, right? Because of the Oppo agent. Yeah. Okay, but you're hitting me for 4. I have more life than you. And I could crack back for 7. So I'm not sure that's really what you want to do. But that's okay. Suspend. Okay, I don't think I can cast it this turn. I think I have a couple more turns, right? How many counters? Does it say how many counters? No. Chord of Calling. Can't cast it anyway because I don't have double green. Well, I think we're just gonna... Well, yeah, we'll tap you, play the Elvish Mystic. We didn't draw land. We'll play the Bottomless Pit. No interaction. So what does this say? Whenever it attacks, destroy target artifact or enchantment. This is not an artifact. Is this an artifact? Creature, no. No artifacts and enchantments right now. Okay, go to attacks. This guy only has... No, he has 6 cards in hand. Ugh, there's nothing I can do about this. I can attack with my thing, but then it's just gonna die. So... Yeah. I'm just gonna attack you. It's up to you, brother, to get rid of this planeswalker. You have the unblockable creatures. We'll see what they discard. So next turn we can play our commander, which I think is what we're gonna do, because we have Bottomless Pit down. We're gonna get Oppression down, so we'll be creating minimum two 1/1 tokens each turn. So eventually we can start attacking this down, and we have Craterhoof Behemoth. So we can eventually just Craterhoof Behemoth the table. So that's what we're setting up for. Now, if they have a board wipe, that would be awful, because we have 3 lands and 2 of our mana sources are creatures. Although I don't know why they would create a 3/3 if they had a board wipe. So hopefully that's just a fear. Yep, they're going to create another 3/3. I wonder who they attack. They could attack me because I have more life. But they may just want to have blockers. Flash, whenever an opponent searches their library, you gain 1 life and draw a card. Kind of like baby opposition agent. Are they attacking me? They are. Okay. No blocks. It has trample anyway. The trade of my creature for 1 less damage is not great. What did they discard, by the way? Oh, they discarded their board wipe. Ooh. And then what did you discard? Another unblockable creature. So they might start 2v1ing me, which is a problem, but if we get our commander down, I mean, first of all, our commander is a 4/4. What is this? Until your next turn, target player who was dealt combat damage by this turn can't cast non-creature spells. Okay, interesting. Okay. How much does it cost to equip? Flying. Oh, it's a creature. Never mind. Who are they attacking? All me? Okay, yeah, sure. Sure. Don't attack the guy with the almost about to ultimate planeswalker. Yeah. People don't like discard effects. That's what I'm gathering from this. I also did steal his creature, so. But next turn we're gonna attack and blow up this because it's an artifact. I don't know if he realized that, but we can just blow it up. Although I guess not now because we. What is this? It becomes day, turns for all night. If a player casts no spells, so all I have to do is cast no spells, and then it becomes night again. Okay. Discard a card at random. Craterhoof. Oh, that's a bummer, but we have reanimation for that. Like this guy right here. I think. Or no, Green Sun Zenith is the one I'm thinking of. Okay, sure. That would have been nice with Craterhoof. Cast Mana Crypt. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Damn, one short of Terrorgrid. We could go get, yes, I think that's what we go get. We go get, okay, so we'll cast you. And we'll go get, oh, we don't have enough green. Oh, no. Okay. Undo. Oh, we do have enough green. I just have to take the life for it. Okay. Okay. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Done. This guy has 2 lands. Still. So we'll go get Shieldred so that we gain some life back. And then we have a pretty hefty 4/5 blocker. Or, oh no, that's right, Shieldred's in the bin. Dispel. Okay. Alright. Fair enough. What then? Attack them for 5. Okay. Why did it skip through my attack step? Maybe I misclicked, but I meant to attack them. Vandal Blast. Not really good in this scenario. This is the only artifact. Or this board state, I guess I should say. So what did I say? Remember? I said the player that pops off the earliest gets 3v1'd, and the player that is struggling to keep up with the table eventually comes from behind and wins the game. That is my prediction for this game. Now you could say, well, that's because you guys haven't been attacking this player. Really, I have no way to, because they have 3/3s, and so I'd just be attacking my creatures into a wall of 3/3s. This guy has unblockable creatures, so really the onus was on this guy to attack this player, but they got mad that I oppo agent their elf, so and ever since that point, they've been countering my spells, attacking me every turn, full send. Pretty funny. People are so salty. Oh, 2 8/8s, you say? Seems good. I wonder if they're both coming at my face. Yep, they're both coming at me. That makes sense, though. From this player's perspective, this player is a lot weaker than I am. So they should be coming for me. So that's the right play. Can we draw something to get us out of this situation? So next turn they're going to attack me for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're not dead yet, but we are very close to dead. Make them discard a card. Take an extra turn. Nice. That's good because we would have died. Oh, they found another land. Play their commander, so they're going to draw a bunch of cards. I'd be shocked if they didn't attack all me. I'm down to 8 life. Okay. Oh. Me. Okay, this is going to the... Dude, it's way too late. This is going to me, this is going to me, this is going to me. They attack with a 1/2 on their commander. I think they realize that, you know, I'm going to be out of the game probably this next turn unless I have a board wipe or something. And then they're going to have to deal with this player, which they are not really equipped to. They're kind of far behind. Their life total is way low. Yep, draw a bunch of cards though, so that's good. I guess this wouldn't have mattered because they don't have enough mana to cast it, but you know, you never know. They could have attacked like this, drawn Mana Crypt, right, and then had enough mana to cast it, so. You never know. Boros Charm. 4 damage to their commander? Or to me? Oh, to me. Okay. GG. I guess we'll watch. Oh, he scooped it up. Okay. Well, yeah, anyway. It's just like what I said. It's so funny that I said that and it actually the very next game happened. So this is the thing about Commander, and this is something that you should consider. Like when you build your deck and you draw your cedh, you start the game. Don't play Mana Crypt turn 1, right? Unless you have a way to like immediately take advantage of that, right? But this player, they played Mana Crypt turn 1 and all they could do was play their commander, and then the next turn they held up mana and didn't play anything. So they stalled with Mana Crypt. You can't do that. That's just going to get the whole table to come in and beat your face down, which is exactly what happened. and they got salty about it. But the truth is they had 4 mana on turn 1. They had a free land in Gemstone Caverns. They had their land drop, and then they had 2 mana off Mana Crypt. So the whole table was like, well, you're the prime threat, right? Meanwhile, this guy with all his like 1-cent lands is taking his sweet time over there and builds up all this value while everyone's ignoring him, and then he's the one who ends up winning the game. That is a really common play pattern in Commander, so it's something to keep in mind. If you have powerful stuff, be aware of when you cast it, right? If you have a Mana Crypt and you just cast it with no way to back it up, that's just going to get you killed. So anyway, the deck. We didn't even get to cast our commander. I think I misplayed the turn. I played Court of Calling. One, I misplayed because I was going to get Shieldred, but Shieldred was already in the graveyard, so that was a big goof. But 2, I tapped out completely to play this, and I think it would have been better to get down a 4/4 creature that would have gained us value with like our Bottomless Pit and our Oppression that was going to come up pretty soon. So that would have been the better play. The Dispel Counterspell wouldn't have been able to counter this because it's not an instant or sorcery. So we probably would have gotten this on the battlefield, and then our Bottomless Pit and eventually Oppression would have started gaining us a bunch of 1/1s. And then we maybe could have found a way to get Craterhoof back from the graveyard or whatever. That being said, the player with the unblockable creatures really misplayed because they got salty, I guess, that we Oppo Agent their I think they had a similar effect of Court of Calling. It was I think it was Finale of Devastation on 1. But they played right into it. I mean, I didn't surprise them with it. Oppo Agent was just sitting on the battlefield and they played right into it. So that's their own fault. Like, if there's a card on the battlefield that has an effect and you play right into it, just like in the first game, the guy who countered my spell and it was uncounterable. It's like, well, it says it right on the card. The card that's keeping it from being countered is on the battlefield. So you shouldn't be mad at me, you should be mad at yourself. But point being, that guy with the unblockable creatures really had an opportunity to, after the guy played his commander and got the 3/3 down, to continue to beat down the commander. That would have been probably the better play, because at the time I wasn't attacking all him. I only did that because he was attacking all me. And because I had no way to attack through the guys, the planeswalker, the 5-color planeswalker players 3/3. The biggest creature I had was a 3/3, and I didn't want to lose any of my creatures. So if we replay the game and the guy with the unblockable creatures started to attack down the planeswalker, I probably wouldn't have even attacked, because I would have wanted to split up the damage. So I would have, I couldn't attack the planeswalker guy. He still would have had the 3/3. And then I would have respected that the unblockable player was doing that, making themselves vulnerable to me. And I might have just tapped him with a 1/1 or something like that. But I would have made it obvious that, like, I didn't attack with all, 7 power or 8 power, whatever it was. I just tapped him a little bit, or maybe not even attacked at all, just to show that I appreciated them making the right play, instead of the salty play. But that's just what makes Commander great, is like, if one player gets salty and it gets a vengeance against another player, then all of a sudden the player who's way behind can gain traction easily in like a turn or two. And that's what we saw there. So, cool game. The first game was hilarious, making everyone scoop. The second game was a good game. Wish we could have played our commander, but we didn't get a chance to, or we had a chance to. I just misplayed. So that's on me. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like the video, leave a comment down below. Like I said, I'm gonna spend this week playing Commander, recording Commander videos because of the event. So if there's by the time you watch this, it'll probably be too late, but if there's a commander that's like your favorite commander, drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear it. I think Commander is probably my favorite format just because of the diversity of cards and strategies. And sometimes people tell me Commanders that they, is their favorite. I've never even heard of the cards before. There's just so many different Commanders that, people can play. So thanks for watching. Appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.